Hello, Reformers, and welcome to a special feature of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of War. Oh yes, now this is a mod that is very early in alpha. The mod creator actually asked me to play this to give him a little bit of constructive criticism, I suppose, and to put the mod a little bit more in a spotlight, and to see, hey, you know, you need to focus on this, or you need to focus on that, or this is amazing and this is cool, but this could use a little bit of polish, and so on and so forth. Now, this is, again, very early in alpha. If you want to download this, the link is in the description down below, and you can check that out anytime you so desire. Now, let us start a new game. Of course, this is obviously based on Legend of Zelda, and wow, it's been a long time since I have played one of those, that is for sure. And I think the last one I played was actually Ocarina of Time, and that was on the N64, wasn't it? Oh my, wow, that's a long time ago. Okay, so yes, let us continue here. Now, you have a wide variety of different races, apparently, and do forgive me, because I am not familiar with any of the races by name, at least, in the Legend of Zelda series, so do forgive me for that. But I'm actually wondering, let's go for Goron, because Goron just sounds great to say, doesn't it? Goron, yes. So yes, what are we gonna do? Well, that's the thing. I have no idea what a Goron is actually good at, so I'm gonna just choose veteran warrior for now. We'll go for a street urchin, and I suppose we will go for let's see. A troubadour, why not? Of course, all of this is still needing to be designed and things like that. And many of the town names are still what they would be in native. But that is not a big deal, because the map has been changed. There are a number of new units, and apparently, I think it's about 25% done, or something along those lines. I think a third, yes, never mind, a third of the mod is complete. So if you like what you see, then give it a go. You never know. Or at least add it to your follow or something along those lines on the ModDB page if you are interested. So let's see. Personal revenge. Being forced out of your home. No, I think personal revenge will be fine. Okay, let's see here. Ah, yes. Okay, so what are we getting here? Well, let's see. Wow, we have a wide variety of different skills. I probably should have picked something a little better in my character creation, yes. Okay, well, considering this is a special feature, let's see. What am I going to be calling myself? I'm going to be calling myself Norog. Yes, Norog, because that's, you know what that is. If you know what that is, put that in the comments. If you know what that is, that's a reference to, or that's a something. Yes, you'll see. You'll see. It's actually pretty simple to work out, but anyway, I feel like that's actually a pretty good name anyway. So let's see, what are we gonna do? I think some prisoner management would actually be quite useful, and some pathfinding as well. We want to make sure that we are as good as possible in combat. Okay. Okay, so I'm unsure what this is meant to be, because obviously I have not really... Yeah, Zelda long time ago. So let's see, can we randomize this? Yes, we can. We can actually randomize it. It does change ever so slightly, so let's go with that. Let's go with Pink Man. And where are we going to start? Well, that's the thing. I actually would like to start in the Saranid Sultanate. I think that's actually pretty cool. Ah, there we go. And by the time you find the inn in Gerudo Fortress, yes, now of course there are a couple of issues with the graphics here and all over the place, but yes. Oh no, of course I would miss. Of course I would miss, but I do have a very good sword. Oh no. I do have a very... Do I have a very good sword though? That's the thing. This guy is literally the best. He seems to be the best at everything right now, which is not good. Ah, come on. Yes. Take that, bandit. I can't believe that he took so long to die. Wow. Phew. Okay, so yes, there is a slight issue, I believe, with the mesh or something along those lines. I'm not entirely sure there, but yes, there is a slight issue with that. But it could just be that I chose a race that is not finished yet, and that's my bad. But yes, as you can see here, you can pick the Zora head. That's a Boklabin Boklabin head? Yes, you can actually change it. Oh, there we go. There it is. There's the Goron head, the proper Goron head. You can actually use a skull as well if you so desire. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so never mind. It appears I was just absolutely jumping the gun there. I thought, yeah, I thought maybe that was not the case. So yes, Goron head, actually pretty nice. Actually looks pretty good and has some pretty nice stats as well. I'm kind of happy about that. So let's see. Let's head into Gerudo and take a look at some of the armor. Obviously, the armor does seem to be all very default right now, which is perfectly fine. It does the job, no problem at all. And we have some smoked fish, of course we do. Okay, so there is a tournament here. Let's take a look at the map. Now, this is huge. As you can see, this is Gerudo Valley Bridge. Now, this is insane. Okay? Now, wow. Is it really this big? There's the water temple! The water temple. Oh, yes. There's the water temple. Okay, and... oh, yeah. Kokiri Village. I remember that, I believe. I think I remember that, at least. And so, yes. That. Oh, and there's Goron City. Goron City is all the way up there. Yes, now that is amazing. Okay, we probably should have started in Goron City, but, well, what can you do? What can you do? We'll probably head over there very, very soon. And there's the Forces of Evil as well. Ganon's castle and everything. That is very, very cool. So, yes, what I can see right now that obviously is quite a glaring thing that we definitely will need is many more villages. Now, of course, I don't know whether you can actually create that many villages, because I obviously don't know enough about the Legend of Zelda world, but from what I can tell, we need a lot more places to recruit units. Now, of course, I'm just thinking from a complete gameplay standpoint right here. I'm not thinking anything to do with, you know, accuracy or anything like that in doing with the Legend of Zelda theme. But from what I can see so far, unless I'm going to be gaining a huge amount of units from every single village, then it's probably... whoa. Okay, then it's probably going to be relatively tricky. So let's see here. Oh my. I have one person. It's me. Yes. One person against 6 of them. I do have a crossbow, so I should be fine. Now these are Boklabins, so they're going to... do they have bows? I hope they don't have bows. There are a huge amount of bandits, so don't get me wrong about that. That's actually pretty good. To have a good amount of bandits is always a nice thing. So let's see if I'm actually able to... oh, there we go. A little bit of damage. I probably should have skilled a little bit in crossbow proficiency. That would have been a good idea. Yeah, there we go. Come on now. Come on. Yes. Oh, that's not good. That was not good. No, I thought to myself, yes, this is probably not gonna work out too well. My... maybe I should just... I think, considering they don't have ranged weapons, I should probably just use my sword. Sounds like a good plan. Or not, as the case may be. No, that's definitely not a good plan. Okay, I'm just gonna use my crossbow a little bit, and we'll take them out eventually, I suppose. Okay, so we seem to have the upper hand now. As you can see, we are just about to eliminate the last Bokoblin here, and yes, that is absolutely great. Now, of course, the only other thing that I can see, apart from the fact that we have, well, that's the thing. These do need to sell for a lot more. If you're going to be giving that as loot, then obviously selling for a lot more would definitely help out in the early game, and, you know, all that sort of thing. But, otherwise, I think it would be kind of cool to have the remaining Goron armor, as well as the remaining Zora armor, and maybe some skulls and things like that. I have no idea, do bear this in mind, I have no idea how, shall we say, how difficult it is to model things in Warband at all. I have no idea about modding ever. I have not actually looked into it or anything like that. I've just played mods, and that's basically it. So, yes, apart from the village thing, getting some additional customization and things like that. Oh, we do actually get some Gorons here. And yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Obviously, this is very early, yet again, very early in development, but as you can see, this is what I'm talking about, having the body and the legs and all that sort of thing to go with the race selection at the beginning. That would make a huge difference to the immersion of the game, I suppose you could say. And it's actually kind of cool that you can recruit Gorons from here, which is kind of weird. I mean, yes, okay, there probably is a Goron settlement out here in The Legend of Zelda. I do not know. Do bear that in mind. But, yes, obviously I would like more. I would like more of those so that we can gain more troops and have a whole wide variety of different races in the same army, and yes, that would be very cool. Now, if I can head in here without getting attacked, yes, there we go. Thank you very much. Okay, so we do actually have a couple of Goron miners here. They actually look very cool. I do think they look cool. They need a little bit of texturing and things, but for the most part, I feel like they look really good. Like, obviously, I would like to look like that. You know what I mean? Like, right now I have the helm, and that's perfectly fine, but I would like to have the body and the legs and the gloves and all that sort of thing, and then we can look a lot better there. So we're going to recruit those guys. There's a ransom broker there, and there's a Leon. Unfortunately, this fellow is probably going to want money. Yes, he is. So I don't have money right now, but I'm gonna get some. Okay, so to round things off here for this special feature, I've gone through every single village, every single town, and I've taken a look at the streets and in the taverns and in the castles and things like that, and none of those scenes have been done yet, and that's perfectly fine, because that is very hard. That is very hard in my opinion, but that is definitely something that needs to be done. Obviously, I have no idea on the details or anything, but none of those things were done. They were all default, native sort of thing, and yeah, once those are done, I'm sure it will look fantastic. And I looked around the marketplaces as well. And yeah, before I show you the units, let's actually just look at that. Now, I found a couple of weapons that are unique to the mod, which is actually very cool. We do have a Zora glaive here, which looks fantastic. I mean, look at it. It actually looks really, really cool. And I personally feel like that's a cool weapon. And then there's also a Royal Zora sword. So if we wanted to, we could use a sword and a thick Gerudo offhand sword, which is meaning that we are dual wielding, of course. We are dual wielding, but one of them obviously is just for blocking and things like that. So that's pretty cool in my opinion. And, oh yes, I looked at all the armor in the marketplaces. Unfortunately, could not find armor for the Goron head or the skulls or Zora or anything like that. So, yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. Definitely do need to add the race-specific armor and things like that, so that you can actually look like the race that you're playing as. And I even looked through the cheat menu. To try and find the items in question, because I wanted to make sure that I hadn't missed anything, because you never know. Maybe something like that would have been placed in the cheat menu item finder thing, and that would have been cool, because then you can just roleplay like that, and it would be a lot easier. But other than that, yes, just need to add more weapons, more armor, and obviously the most specific thing is the races. Definitely need to get the races done there, because the Zora actually look really cool, which you'll see in just a second. Yeah, look at that. They actually look really cool in my opinion. They have some really nice, obviously these are not particularly finished yet, but the Thane guards actually look really, really cool, because obviously they have a little bit of jewelry, and they have their headpieces are actually very nice as well. Then we have Hyrule, and we have obviously the emblem here of Hyrule. We have Hyrulean elite swordsmen here as well, forest guardians. I'm not entirely sure why this guy has a weekly wage of 100. Okay. I think we kind of know now. I think we kind of know why he has a weekly wage of 134. He has 150 strength. I'm actually really surprised, but that's a Forest Guardian for you. We have some Undead Castle guards here as well, and yeah, they are looking pretty beastly as well. I mean, they run very fast. We're going to try all of these out in combat, and we're going to see who is the best at killing things. And then, of course, we have a couple of Goron Foot Knights, Castle Archers, Ageless Skull Kids. We even found Poe Collector here, which is actually a companion, if you can believe it. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. He's got some nice weapon proficiencies, as well as a pretty good stat line for a level 9 companion as well. And then we, of course, we recruited a Leon, so that's perfectly fine. And then we just have some veteran archers and sergeants and things like that. So, on the whole, I would say this mod has a lot of promise and a lot of potential. Just needs to have a little bit more development time, I would say. Because, again, what we are going to need is, we're going to need more villages. We're going to need the... I mean, look at the armor that the Goron forces are currently wearing. That's really cool in my opinion. I mean, I would very much like to be wearing that right now, but unfortunately could not find it. So, yes, if we can get that going with all the races having their specific armor and everything in the character creation, at least for the character player, then obviously the player character, should I say, then obviously that's great. That's absolutely fantastic. So I'm actually just going to see where's our Forest Guardian? Where is the Forest Guardian? I actually don't know, but it's going to be very, very easy to kill this. Yes, but oh yeah, look, as you can see, we're actually just going to get off our mount right now. As you can see, come on guys, get over here. Look, we're dual wielding and we can actually block with our sword, which I got to say some other mods have done, but I haven't actually seen it very commonly, so it's actually really nice to see that. As you can see, look at that, we're just blocking right there with our parry sword or whatever it is, and we're going to switch to our Zora. Ooh, very nice. Oh, now, this is the kind of thing that I would actually use if I was a polearm user. Like, yes, this is exactly what I want to see when I'm using a polearm. I want to see a huge halberd type thing, which just gives me the exact amount of speed that I need to basically defeat anyone at range. Well, at the lengthier reach, should I say. So, yeah, there's a small look at The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of War. The download link is in the description. And I would say just follow this mod. Just follow it and see how it's going with its development, because I feel like this has a huge amount of promise, and it can very easily turn into an excellent mod. Right now, just needs more development, and that's all it is. I would also suggest raising the prices of this. I've already said that, but yes, raise the prices of everything so that everything just becomes a lot easier for the initial start. But obviously, do bear in mind, the main thing are villages, extra villages, obviously the armor for the player character, and just making everything a lot more fleshed out. But for now, I personally feel like the weapons are the strong point here. I would very much like to... I mean, look at that. That's insane. That's a really, really nice sword right there to block with. And of course, the glaive is also very nice. But yeah, this is a very strong setting as well. Obviously, Legend of Zelda are millions of fans of that franchise. So yeah, I definitely think you have something here. And I hope everyone, all of you, have enjoyed watching this. And so I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.